Well, good morning, people. Welcome back to the Grumpy Old Git in the Corner on a Wednesday. It started out quite clear, but it's clouded up now, and I think we've got a bit more rain on the way. But again, the Met Office are giving out all these warnings. Yeah, every little bit of rain now deems to have a name. Yeah, like we've never had rainstorms before. But anyway, let's get on. I want to go back to a couple of stories from yesterday in today's video. I just glossed over most of them yesterday. First time back after Christmas. But I want to go back to the assault, I will call it, in La La Land. By that I mean Metaverse. And the reactions to it. Now, sorry, going back to my notes here, the head's a bit fuzzy this morning, so I can't even remember what I wrote down. Now, bear in mind, you can go online, you can play games, you can go in these virtual reality games, you can assume a character that can be armed in these games, and that character can kill other characters, it can maim, burn, do what it wants. Now, all the characters it does that to are also fictional characters. They're a persona, they're somebody's idea of what they want to be in these games. How is that any different to this case? It's all fucking pretend, for crying out loud. You know, although the police have said they're investigating this, I have heard that they're not going to be taking any action. I can't confirm that, so if anybody knows any different or can confirm that with the evidence, a statement or something, please let me know. Please get in touch. I'd love to see it. But never does the police corporation fail to jump on an opportunity to line their pockets even further with money that they get for doing nothing. And they're not going to change their corrupt ways, because straight away after this they're billowing and bellowing, we need more money to facilitate investigations online. You know, you got the new online safety bill. Well, we know most of that was about censorship, keeping us quiet. Fuck all to do with keeping anybody safe online. But with Ofcom in charge, I mean, personally, anything I see or is reported and the word begins with off, like Ofcom, Ofgen, off what, we know it's going to be a farce. We know it's going to be bullshit. We know they're going to be trying to rip us off for more money. End of. But yeah, it's a pretend crime in a pretend world. And I do believe that parents should take some responsibility for this. There's many things that people can't do in this country under the age of 16. Sex, marriage, alcohol. They can't smoke anymore. Or they shouldn't. They can't vape anymore, although they do. We're living in a pretend world, people. It's a virtual world. I'm sure of it. But now the second one I wanted to cover today, I was going to do this in 2 videos, but I'll get it over and done in one. So once you watch me, you can go and get on with your day in peace. Put me to the back of your mind. But this one is on the plane fire in Japan. They're calling it a plane crash. Well, I saw a collision on the ground. Yes, in a way that is a crash. As always, mainstream media push things to the limit. they showed just how much they alter the way they put a story out. In this case, to make it more dramatic. Okay, it was very dramatic. It was probably a traumatizing incident for everybody involved. But when they showed the clips, I'll say, and it was on all bloody day, it was blanket coverage. There was no need for that amount of coverage of that, especially with other things going on around the world. Sorry guys, just bump starting the lungs. Get the crap cleared out. But anyway, back to my point of this. Now, the first clip they showed on mainstream media was this one of the plane, fully involved fire, and they were accentuating how people escaped this and everybody got out safety and oh, it was a miracle. Well, that was bullshit, because what they didn't show was before the fire really took hold. It looked pretty dramatic as it was going down the runway. That was due to wreckage, bit of fuel underneath the passenger plane as it slid. That came from the impact. But then, if you look at this is before the fire took hold. And you can clearly see there was no fire on the main body of that aircraft, just a small one at the rear, and people were leaving at the front by the slides, the inflatable escape slides. So before that main fire took hold, where most of their footage come from, everybody was off that plane, including the staff. So mainstream media, you just showed how ridiculous you can be when reporting these stories. But today, obviously, the main thing, it was sad that there was some people that lost their lives in the smaller plane. Apparently there was one survivor. Looking at the impact, I would almost say that he survived because he got thrown away from the wreckage by the impact, because I believe, looking at what was left behind and the actual impact itself, that's the only way that anybody could have survived that. But it was doubly sad was the fact that that small plane, and many others queued up behind it, were actually taken off to take relief to the victims of the earthquake over there. So yeah, that does make it very, very sad indeed. You know, they died trying to go and help people. We won't know what happened until they investigate. There are theories that it incurred onto the runway. Could be human error. It could be traffic error. And I don't think they'll tell the truth. And the only thing we'll know is when the official report comes out. But I'm just using this to point out the manipulation that mainstream media use. You know, especially after that fucking idiot Ben Wallace came out yesterday, the ex-defence secretary or whatever he was, telling us we should listen to mainstream media. We should trust mainstream media. We should follow directions from mainstream media. My answer to that, Ben Wallace, go fuck yourself. It's listening to mainstream media has got this country in the fucking state it's in now, because that's where the sheep go for their information. And look where that's got you. Yeah, they're all waking up now. They're all seeing. Whew. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today. Let you get on with your day. I shall now try and do something with this in the editing suite. And always, thank you for support on this channel. It is very much appreciated. And before we go, stay safe. stay strong, stay absolutely free from the fear and the bollocks that comes out from mainstream media. Respects, people.